Yo guys, what's up? Sleepio here. Today I wanted to show you, well, I don't know exactly how I wanna call that. Let's just say it's an annoying PvP build. Not annoying to play, but annoying to play against. So if you wanna be annoying, or as the title says, tanky, then that's probably the build for you. I personally wouldn't play it, and I wouldn't recommend it either. But I know a lot of people already play that kind of build, and I know a lot of people wanna know how to build it correct. So yeah, I looked into it a bit, and yeah, that's what I came up with. As you can see, I have 14 blues, so it's an unbreakable build. You don't need 14 for unbreakable, you just need 11. But that build is still not perfect, and I don't really plan on optimizing it more, because it's not a build I would personally ever play anyways. So I'm just making that for the video, and yeah, trying to make the PvP a bit more aids, so it gets fixed, hopefully. As always, let's start with the specialization. So, I personally like Sharpshooter, and that's what I would recommend as well for that build, because you don't have that much damage. So the 25% headshot damage is pretty good, even though you can't always hit headshots in PvP. I know that. Then you also have the 30% increased reload speed and 30% stability, which comes in handy for sure. But yeah, if you're on console or something and you're not confident with hitting headshots at all, then yeah, probably just go survivalist, because you just get 15 flat weapon damage from that. And that's pretty nice for sure. To the guns. So with that build, you actually have a few options. You don't actually have to play AR, but if you don't play AR, you obviously have to change one or two things with the build. So I would recommend AR still for PvP or LMGs. Either of those are fine, I think. So if I had an LMG with an LMG build, I would easily hit 30 to 32k without Demolitionist here as base damage, with Unhinged at least. With AR, it's not that high, but I just like ARs more than LMGs. I'm not a big fan of the hipfire LMG meta, so yeah, I don't know. I just don't like them that much. Anyways, as talents for ARs, you want Optimist and Allegro or Extra if you don't have the 20 round extended mag. Because as you can imagine, with only 5 offensives, you can't do that much damage. You already see on my base damage, it's pretty damn low. On my actual AR PvP build, I had a lot more base damage, and yeah, that one is not too good. As mods, if you play the Nemesis as secondary, you definitely want the ACOG scope. Because it is a 4x scope, that means you get 25% more headshot damage from the passive talent of the Nemesis. Again, if you don't feel confident hitting headshots, then just play something like Accuracy here, that's also fine. On the underbarrel and the muzzle, I just have 2 plus 10% accuracy mods. I mean, I don't know what else to go here really, so just go for those. And as mag, I have the 20 round mag, the 5.56 mag. Before you ask me in the comments, you can get that mag only from weekly or daily projects that reward you with a blueprint. So you really can't farm for that. You just need good RNG and hope to get it from those weekly or daily projects. For LMG, as I said, yeah, you just want Unhinged. That's one of the best LMG tenants. And for that build, you should just go Unhinged and probably Optimized or Rate of Fire if you don't care about any accuracy at all. As a secondary, as I said, on PC or if you can hit headshots wherever you play on, I would go for Nemesis because you really need some extra damage with that build. If you don't want to play that, then yeah, just go Shatterbox and reload as soon as you get either NPC or player kill. And obviously, if you have the Eagle Bear AR, then just go that, because that's the best gun in the game. As always, let's start with the 2 gear pieces first. And you should actually use the 2 pieces True Patriot on the mask and on the holster this time, because on the knee pads with True Patriot, you just would lose 20k health or 20k armor. And yeah, I don't think that's worth it really, because as you can already see, that is just armor and health stack in the build. There's just pieces with really high health and armor rolls, and that's basically it. I just put those together. On the mask, you just want the health as high as possible, and then crit chance, because damage release is kinda useless in PvP, right? On the holster, it's the same thing. Crit chance and health, and the higher the health is, the better. Sadly, I only have that True Patriot holster, so I don't have a holster of higher health. You would like to have something like 40k here, that would be nice. That holster also comes with a defensive protocol mod, which you then can mod with additional health. To my chest, and I think that one is pretty good. So on the chest, you want weapon damage, obviously, to get some damage at least with that build. Then you want armor and total armor. As you can see, I have 15%. I know there is chest pieces that gives you plus 30% total armor, even in unnormalized, so those would be fucking insane for that build. because that would put my armor up by a lot, obviously. And your general goal with that build is to get high armor, because I have Unbreakable. 70% of max armor is repaired when your armor is depleted. Armor kits used within the next 7 seconds are not consumed. That's nice, but doesn't really matter. It's basically the Nomad of Division 2. So in Occupy Dark Zone, when your armor gets depleted, it basically restores 70% of your original armor. So, that's pretty good, right? It's basically another life. And that's what makes this build so hard or annoying to fight. Little disclaimer on the side here, I know that you could get well over 400k armor, so you don't have to tell me in the comments that my build is shit, because I know this build is not perfectly optimized, but I will tell you what to improve. So let's start with the chest. Yeah, as I said, you want weapon damage, then total armor and armor, and obviously you would like to have like decent weapon damage roll, like something like 8 to 12%, because you won't really get more. And then rerollable armor or armor percent. Because if you could reroll the armor here from 20k to let's say 50k, that would obviously boost your armor by quite a bit, because you also have the total armor and hardened on the backpack. The mods on that chest are pretty good, because it's a Gila chest. It has 3 mods actually. So 2 system mods and 1 protocol. In the protocol, that's a defensive one, you just want to get health again. In the defensive system mod, you just want to get armor and total armor. And in the offensive system mod, just some weapon damage and specific weapon damage for whatever gun you play. My backpack is another super scuffed item. As you can see, I don't even have weapon damage on that one. So I would definitely like to get weapon damage here. So that's basically minus 10% weapon damage on the build. And yeah, the perfect backpack would be armor, total armor, and weapon damage. Fuck the health, really, you don't need that much. Like 190k is pretty nice, but you don't really need that much with a tank armor build. So yeah, that's that. Then I also have the wrong talent, Vital. It is fine, because having a high health pool is also pretty good, obviously, because your armor will deplete at one point, since Unbreakable has an internal cooldown of like 1 minute. But yeah, Hardened would definitely be better, since the more armor you have, the more value you will also get from Unbreakable. I personally wouldn't go for on the ropes in that build, but that is definitely an option. Then you just go 3-11-7 or something. Definitely an option, but as I said, I'm not really into those annoying tank builds. I don't like playing against them, and I would never play myself. So yeah, you can really do whatever you want. If you want on the ropes and Unbreakable though, you definitely need some more utility attributes, and yeah, probably a backpack with defensive and utility mod slots. That backpack I have right now just has a defensive and offensive one, and the offensive one is not even modded, because I don't want to go over the 5 offensive stats. My gloves, they're also Gila Guard, and on those you just want health and AR damage. And as talent, either precise if you can hit headshots, or devastating for the weapon damage. As a mod, I have a utility protocol mod with headshot damage here. I don't know, that's like the best thing you can put in a utility protocol mod slot, I feel like. And lastly, my knee pads, they are Murakami to give me some extra health, and they also have health rolled. Talent is hard hitting, because that's my PvE Murakami knee pads, and I didn't have any other knee pads with that high health, so that's why I'm using those. The Murakami knee pads also come with a defensive protocol mod slot, so that's another 8.5k health for me. So with that really unoptimized and not that great build I have right now, I'm still over 500k combined armor and HP pool, so 507k basically. And yeah, that's pretty damn good, I would say. I saw players with more, like 550 to 600k as absolute maximum is definitely possible. But for that, you would have to sacrifice everything, and you wouldn't have offensives or utility. So I wouldn't go too ham with the blues. I already went super ham, because yeah, I just threw some pieces together right here, and didn't really bother farming that build that I would never play anyways. As skills, you definitely want a defender drone for PvP, because as soon as you pop it, it basically deflects 100% of the incoming bullets, and if a player shoots it, then it will just deplete after 1 second. But yeah, for that 1 second you're still immortal, so that defender drone is still pretty damn good. And as second skill, you probably want the chem launcher, which is pretty nice. Do my stats real quick in the end. With that AR, I have nearly 100% headshot damage. So that's basically 123 with the Nemesis, which is not shown here. My crit chance is quite high, because I have crit chance on the mask and on the holster. But yeah, you don't really need or want any crit chance here. It's just that there's nothing else to go for, no also a mask. Crit damage also super low because it's not a crit build. My weapon damage is only at 12.5, that's just chest, and the assault rifle damage is at 13%. So overall, not that much weapon damage. Pretty little, to be honest. I mean, obviously with that build. But as I said, if it's fully optimized, you can easily get like 50 weapon damage and AR damage combined. And still keep that high armor and health pool. And then 10% damage to armor from True Patriot and the 31 damage to health from the AR and one of the mods. And that's basically it. That's the most annoying PvP build you can play right now. If you really want to survive in the Dark Zone and don't want to get bullied, then I would probably recommend playing that. Sure, you're gonna die sometimes. If it's 2 or 3 players and you are alone, there's not much you can do. Because yeah, there's just no outplay mechanics in this game. So if those players especially also run the same build, you will just die. And yeah, there's just nothing you can do. But if you're just like running around in a dark zone looking for the cheesy PvP, then that's the build for you. Because with that unbreakable chest, you are pretty unpredictable. You know, somebody face trades you, they think they won, and yeah, then you proc unbreakable. And even after they deplete your armor again, you still have a 190k health pool. So yeah, you are just a very tanky fucker with some damage left on the build at least. If that fits your playstyle, then go and replicate a build. As I said, for me personally, that's nothing I would play. That's why you won't see gameplay either. Anyways, thanks for watching and see you in my next video. Bye!